Coming up on this edition of The Buzz, Beyond the Gates star Trisha Mann-Grant gave us some insight into what makes Leslie tick on the show, plus find out how you guys can get involved in Leslie's shenanigans. I'm Novell J. Lee, and The Buzz at Buzzworthy Radio starts now.
The Buzz. The Buzz. The Buzz. The Buzz.
The Buzz is on.
The Buzz is on.
The show that gets you up close and personal with some of the hottest stars. Now, here's your host, Novell J. Lee.
What's going on, everybody? It's Novell J. Lee, and welcome into a new edition of The Buzz at Buzzworthy Radio. I am so excited because we got the chance to speak with Trisha Mann-Grant, who plays the role of Leslie on the new CBS Daytime drama, Beyond the Gates. I don't know if we could still say new. Maybe we could still say new. It's about 8 months in now. About to be 8 months in now since it first premiered in February of this year. I think we could still say new. New-ish. But it's incredible that this show was able to accomplish so much in an 8-month span. And we got to speak to one of the actresses of this show that makes it so great. Everybody loves to hate Leslie. I'm one of those people. But Trisha Mann-Grant makes it so much fun to watch. And we got to talk to her about all of Leslie's shenanigans and then some on this show, and her chemistry with her on-screen daughter, played by Ambyr Michelle. And she's also running a contest, guys. She's running a contest on who can send their best Instagram reel of Leslie's shenanigans. We have details on that in this show. It's going to be on the website as well. But please stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys follow the directions that she gives you as well. Just saying. But enjoy our interview with Trisha Mann-Grant. I did. Absolutely phenomenal woman. Take a listen. I don't know, guys. This Dana Leslie on Beyond the Gates. I don't know what to think about her, man. I mean, listen, she's evil, but we love her. We love the hater. Let's put it that way. We love the hater.
Love to hate her.
We do love the hater, but it's just watching you is so much fun. And guys, this is Trisha Mann-Grant, who plays the role of Leslie on the show. I say Dana Leslie because obviously she wears many wigs, so I'm going to give her many names. So
Today is just me and
but
my
today
little
it is just Trisha. Today is just Trisha. That's it.
yes.
But when she came on the show, she was just a force to be reckoned with. And now it's just I'm noticing more vulnerability to Leslie that we never really got to see before with the character, but now it's starting to show out a little bit. And I think that's why this character is still so viable. And I know that there are a lot of fans that are asking, can this character be redeemed?
hmm
I don't necessarily want her redeemed. I like the way that it's going now. I like the way that she still has that villainous
It,
streak,
yes.
but she also is showing humanity somewhere inside of her. So I like that being played better than a redemption arc. What do you say to
Mm.
that?
Okay, so you will get exactly what you wish for. She's just showing other sides. She's showing that there's more than just that dark side, that she really does have a heart. Now, it may be buried deep, deep down within, but
A
it
little
is
deep,
in there.
very
It's real
deep.
deep. It's real deep. But it's there. And I think that's what the writers and the producers are trying to show everyone. Leslie is multifaceted. She does have layers. And for the ones she chooses and selects to care about, she cares deeply about and will go through hell and high water just to make sure they're okay. So yeah, she's still acting up, honey. She's still cutting up. She's still bringing the drama. Listen, all the way to the rest of this year, you will see drama from Leslie, and you will want to strangle her over and over and go through the TV and just yeah, I know. Trust me, I've
I
seen
don't
the
know if we
comments.
want to. I don't know if I want to strangle her. I just want to be like, just bring some fire into Fairmont Crest, baby. That's all I ask for.
Oh,
I don't think I can strangle her. Although there was a time I might have wanted to bring out more of the blackness from me because I was
mhm.
like, you threw your daughter out of the house.
Yes, I did. And do you know why? Because my daughter and I had a plan. And my daughter went left on me for the very people we had to plan against. So, let me take it out of my context and talk about Leslie. Leslie was pissed.
Yes, she
Leslie,
was.
you made me pick up the phone for this one. Leslie, my stand does work, but it irritates me, so I'll just do this. Leslie was frustrated and hurt. It's bad enough that she was hurt by, even though she was wrong, it's two left shoes. I'm not condoning that what she did was correct
Yeah.
because manipulating her daughter alone was wrong, but her daughter was in on it. And so they were supposed to be ride or die, right?
Yeah.
And if you can't trust your own child, who can you trust? So, as I was about to say, it's bad enough that she was already feeling hurt and all the things that her narcissistic mind felt, that she felt justified in
Hmm.
in feeling. And so, of course, in her mind, she's like, "Really? Et tu, Brute? You too? You're gonna like stab me in my back and hurt me?" And
You're gonna
that's why
turn on
she said,
me
"Wow,
as
you turning
well,
on
like
me?"
everyone else did.
Oh yeah. Plus, she had been drinking. Remember that scene? She was
I
in the
do remember
kitchen.
that scene.
Yeah, we don't know how many drinks she had before she made that decision.
We were leading into the imagination. I'm sure there was plenty, but I felt
Right.
every ounce of that though. So
Every single
yes.
ounce.
But
Right.
I do, as much as I was against Leslie on that moment, I do understand the ride or die comment about it because as you just said, if you can't trust your daughter, who can you trust? That's blood. That's your blood. You can't trust, that kind of that's that motto of we're not family, we're blood type of thing that happened in that
Mm-hmm.
moment. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so I do understand that from Leslie's standpoint, but then you look at it from Eva's standpoint, and
Sure.
shout out to Amber. I
Amber's amazing.
love
I
her.
love,
She's
love, love,
absolutely
love her.
amazing. She's
Yes.
incredible,
Yes.
and just watching her grow within this role is
Oh,
fantastic. I just want to
mhm.
talk about the chemistry with you two as well.
Yeah.
What is that like to work opposite of her and just seeing her, even her showing her vulnerable side as well, where we, in the beginning, as you said, this was a master plan that we were trying to do here, and then all of a sudden, this the light switch has been flipped and it
It's
went in
been
the opposite
fun.
direction.
Right. And before I give you the answer about what it's like to work with her, because of course it's amazing, but I've got more to say on that. Another part of what Leslie did was also to push her toward her father because Leslie knew that she would go run into daddy and daddy would
Mhm.
have no choice but to take care of her. So if things didn't work out the way she expected them to on one way, she's like, okay, fine. Now we have to go to plan
You
B.
got to do the plan
Or
B. That's
right,
right.
because Leslie always has a plan B, right? Or
Hmm.
C or D.
Yeah.
And that's when she was like, okay, if I kick her out, I know where she's gonna go. And that's exactly what she did. She ran to her dad.
Yeah.
And what did he do? Exactly what Leslie expected him to do.
That's right.
But when it comes to working with Miss Ambyr Michelle, it is a joy. That young lady is so talented. I told her, girl, you're so strong and solid in your craft and this gift that God has given you. You are so settled and confident. And even though I started out a little bit earlier than her at that age, I still was not that that solid. And I remember back then, just kind of being all over the place. But when I tell you, this young lady is grounded. She comes on set, she knows her lines, she studies, she's very focused. And we all have our good days and our bad days, but it doesn't matter. Even on her worst day, she's still her best and she's still amazing. So it is a joy to be able to work with her. I call her daughter even off set. She calls me
I've seen
mama.
interviews where you do that,
Yeah.
and she calls you mom. I
She
love it.
calls me mama, yeah, and
Yes.
real love to her original biological mom. I've had a chance to talk with her, and I just give her all the love. And I'm like, wow, you've got an amazing daughter.
Yeah,
So, wow, hugs and blessings to you for that. I mean, I do imagine I have an amazing daughter too. Her name is Dina, and she's just as incredible as Amber is. But wow, it's fun. I love working with her. We have great chemistry.
yeah, you
Uh,
do.
and we know each other now. It's like we know each other on set when we get ready to step into Leslie and step into Eva. It's like we know the rhythm, we know the cadences, we just flow. And of
I
course,
was getting ready to say that exactly what you just said, because
Mhm,
when you said that you now know each other, that was immediately where I was going to step into, is that now you know the rhythm and the flow of how you two operate off of each other. So now you're able to read the room basically when you guys step
mhm,
onto the scene. I think that's really amazing, as well as when you said that she is so grounded, she knows her lines, she knows what to do. And you
mhm.
rarely hear that, especially with young actors and actresses in this business, especially in a soap opera business, because it's tough. It's
It's
tough,
so
especially when you have so many pages of dialogue to learn in
glad you
in a
understand
day,
that.
to see and hear that this person literally is just showing up and showing out in the best way possible. That's incredible to know and to hear, especially from a longtime soap viewer as myself, who watched a lot of these shows growing up. And I mean, listen, I just turned 40. I started when I was 5. No
Happy
shade, no exaggeration.
birthday.
I
Right.
did. I started when I was 5, and I had, because family members always watched it, so I started tuning in. I had the pleasure of meeting Miss Tamara Tooney a few
Yeah,
months ago when the show was at the Paley Center for Media in New York,
yeah,
and it was such a thrill for me because my first love was As the World Turns,
yeah.
another Procter and Gamble show. And that was where I got introduced to her as Jessica Griffin, which, if you watch Beyond the Gates, they did a shout out to that character. If you didn't know, there was an episode where they talked about Jessica Griffin. So if you missed it, Paramount Plus, baby, the
Thank
episode's there.
you. Fairmount
But
Plus.
but yeah, that was my first love, and that's what got me into this genre and learning more about it and what these actors and actresses do in this medium. And I
Yeah,
respect everything that you guys have done and continue to do, and especially because it's so quick. It's so quick, and
it's
you
so
guys are
quick.
able to keep up with the pace. It's amazing. So kudos to
Annabelle,
you guys.
I appreciate you for even understanding that because a lot of people don't get it. I think they think we walk on set the day of the show and we have a prompter. Some people even ask me, "Do you guys read from a prompt?" I'm like, "Girl, please."
Yeah.
I
I've
love when
seen,
you look
yeah,
at
there's
me.
still people that ask that, and I'm going,
No,
well, if it were 30
no,
years ago,
no,
maybe. Uh,
maybe
no,
no.
it's not a thing
No.
anymore. You don't even, most of these shows now don't even block. You just go right in and now you just do it.
Yeah, well, thank God at least we get a chance to block. And we have some
Okay.
incredible directors, Stephen and Mike and Tony and Fido. Well, everybody calls him Fido, but his name is spelled
I love him. I love him.
Phideax.
He's one
And
of my
I
favorite
love
people.
Fido. He is amazing, sweetheart to life.
Yes.
And he's so passionate. And they all have their different level of passion and what drives them when it comes to directing us.
Hmm.
But great direction really helps. Awesome writing really, really helps. And then also them letting us find our way into these characters. But yeah, we get a new script pretty much. I mean, they give it to us maybe weeks in advance, but still, you have to come on set with a new episode or two new episodes,
Yeah.
every day or every other day. Or one time a few weeks back, it was three episodes in one
I
day.
did hear that. That's right. It was
Yeah,
3 episodes a
yeah.
day. Yeah.
So, hey, you just have to be prepared. We have this job and we've been blessed to do this, so we have to do it in excellence. And you mentioned tomorrow, and one time she straight got in my face because I came to work and I was so tired and not as prepared. And she came in my dressing room and let me know, get it together. And you know what? At first, I was all in the feelings, but then I thought about what she said, and I'm like, you know what? Let me take accountability because this is my job. So no matter how exhausted I am from Monday to Thursday, I cannot give up on Thursday, knowing I have to be there on Friday. I still have to show up and I still have to give it 100%. And
That's
if
right.
I have to find another way to do it, then let me find another way to do it so that I can make it all the way through Friday. No excuses. We don't have the time for the
You don't
excuses.
have the time for that. And it took me a long time to understand that philosophy, especially
Yeah.
doing this show. And when I do it, I one point at maybe several points I had that mentality. But you know what? Like you, I said, you know what? No, I can't. I have to take accountability for like, I may have messed up,
Yeah.
but you know what?
But
100% we're going to get it done. We're going to
yeah,
correct it. I'm going to take fault, but we're
right.
back in it. And I completely, like I said, it took me quite a bit because I kind of at one point had an ego trip when I was doing this. And
Mm.
especially when I started in the beginning, I had
Yeah.
big ego trip and
Okay.
not into the specifics, but there was like at one point I was combative with somebody that was also doing this at the same time, and we were trying to show each other
Mhm.
up, but not.
That's ego.
But then, yeah, we were trying to show each other up with who we could get on the show, who could we do, all
Mhm.
of these. We went mad extra at the time,
Sure.
and as time progressed, and we realized that we could have multiple outlets like this to support these shows, and realizing the error of our ways, especially our ego trips with it, we had the
Mhm.
conversation, and like you and Tamara had, like we had a conversation where we were like, excuse my language, we fucked up. We fucked
Mhm.
up.
Mhm. Good for you for
And
being real with it, though. You know what
it,
I'm saying?
that is that's a huge deal, especially as an adult, to admit when you
Yeah.
fucked up and
When you
own
did.
the fact that you fucked up. And
Oh.
ever since then, we've been great friends. And I love him dearly. He's doing great with what he's doing now, and he's supporting me with what I'm doing now for the show. So it's great to have that support system. But we're always both going in 100% with what we got to do. But it took us a while to get there, and we're here, baby. We're here now. So I completely understand that statement and philosophy you just said. So I appreciate you saying that.
And I appreciate you sharing your story. I call them testimonies. We all have one or four or 12 or 20. We got some
Yeah,
stories and testimonies to share. And the thing is, when you share it, you never know who you're helping. And at the end of the day, even
agreed.
with me being a part of this business, even though I'm playing the villainess, still, my hope, as crazy as this may sound to some, my hope is that my character, as terrible as she can be most
Hmm.
of the time, um, my hope is that someone out there that may have her traits or her characteristics may see Leslie and go, oh my God, I don't want to be that anymore. Or I want to do it differently. See some of these comments that where they're coming for me and go, wow, that really is not cheap. Or it's not nice to go
Yeah,
after somebody else's husband, or be in this adulterous affair, or to hurt other people, or to manipulate, to tear folks down, to be a mean girl. Because I've got some
yeah.
scenes coming up where I'm about to be a mean girl to a few characters. And just another reason to hate Leslie. That's all.
Just the-
But
well, there's a scene I need to bring up. Well, there's two.
Mhm.
And the first one I want to bring up, which will be the shorter version of this, is that I had posted. So for those of you who have not seen my Instagram, I had posted a flashback scene of a specific show because there was a comment that Leslie had said to Lauren's character of Vanessa and called her Nessa. And of course, if you watch the Cosby Show, there was an episode where when Vanessa brought home Dabness and met the parents, and Claire
Yes,
said, "What exactly did you tell them, Nessa?" I said, "Is that
Nessa.
information for that?" And I was like, I posted that clip. I was like, "This is immediately what I thought of."
So
So
that was you that posted
that was
that
me.
clip. I remember seeing it and I thought that was hilarious. I did not nab that from there, but it brought back memories of when I actually saw that show. But the thing is, I love the producers for allowing me to give everyone nicknames.
Mm.
And yes, some of the writers wrote a few nicknames back in the day, but I just started giving everyone nicknames. And Leslie started giving everyone nicknames, and so
Yeah, she
it was
did. Yeah.
fun. And so they're cool with it as long as I stay in context of what's written, and I'm not, trying to, because they will be like, "Oh, Trisha, now." No, no.
Well, at least
Don't
they're like
do
going, well,
that,
you can get
Trish.
away with it here, but no, girl,
Right,
not
like no.
no.
And so, but yeah, I get to call her Nessa. I get to call Bill Billy Goat. Of course,
Billy Goat, yes.
Kit Kat, Kitty Cat, Kit Kat the Brat. And who else?
Teddy.
Oh, Teddy Weddy. I know somebody, I saw a comment, somebody said, "I'm so sick of all these little nicknames for Ted and all this little talking like a, she said, talking like a baby."
All right, I didn't see those, but I know there were the comments going like, "Why does she call him Ted D?" And I'm going like,
Teddy
I
and
feel
Teddy
like she's doing that
Weddy.
to annoy him. I feel like she's doing that to
Yeah,
piss Ted
of
off. So
course.
I'm like, I'm okay with it because I feel like she's trying to get under his skin.
And also because she may have actually called him this. It's like everybody keeps
That's
forgetting
true
that
too.
actually, even though it was outside of the marriage of his marriage, they still had a relationship. And so he didn't always hate her or
Yeah. Once
not
upon a
like
time, he must
her.
have liked her
At
somewhere.
one
Had a
time,
kid.
they cared for each other, as wrong as it was, they cared for each other. And so maybe she did call him Teddy Boo and Teddy Bear. And back then it was cute. But now it's annoying because it's like, hey, I'm trying to stay with my wife. I love my
Yeah.
wife. Back up. This is old. This is history. Leave me alone. And so now, yes, the Teddy Weddies and the Teddy Bears and the Teddy Boos is going to it annoy him.
It's gonna annoy him. It's gonna annoy him. I and
No.
then the other scene where I thought was very comical, and I really want to know how much of this was improvised and what happened in this scene
Okay.
was when Leslie and Nicole, played by Daphnee Duplaix, had that conversation. Not conversation, excuse me, confrontation.
You mean when she choked me out?
Excuse
She
me,
almost killed me.
confrontation. That was a Freudian slip. So,
Freudian slip.
um, the confrontation where it led
Mhm.
to Nicole wanting to strangle Leslie, and
One. You
in the
mean she
booth you
did?
see these two guys, and
Uh-huh.
I commented on my Twitter account, and I literally said, "I know Leslie did not just use that white man to lift herself up." So, I know she did not just use his face to get up off of the booth. And I rewound it. I said, "Yes, she did." And I thought that was the most hilarious thing ever.
Yeah. Yeah. I have my silly goofy side, Leslie. To me, Leslie has to have a silly goofy side. She can't just always be
I thought that was more Trisha than that
Yeah,
was
it
Leslie. So
was. It was me being silly. And the wonderful thing about him was he was our stunt coordinator.
oh, that's who that
Because,
was.
yeah, that's who that was. And he was making sure, because in the previous, which you guys didn't see, we had shot a scene and we both, because of the momentum, um, and because we both had on heels,
Hmm.
we kind of veered a little bit to the left, and I slammed into the booth. And
Oh, you hit
yeah,
the
and
okay, you
so
hit the booth.
I hit the booth, and I was like, y'all better use it. Use my pain
Mm.
for the purpose, and use this take. But I guess they really couldn't, because the whole point was to get me in the booth. And I just
Okay, so
believe
they
in
wanted you in. Okay, so they
they
wanted
wanted
you in
me
the booth.
inside the booth, so we had to do that over. And they were like, of course, they were very concerned. I love Julie
Sure.
Carruthers. Julie was our executive producer. She came down there and she's like, okay, look, we don't have to finish. And I was like, no, 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 we gotta finish. It's on
Yeah.
me. It's on me. But they took great care of me, and we have this set medic, uh, Lord, Stefano. Forgive me, Stefano. I love you. You're amazing. But Stefano, hey, like it's so many names in my head. I'm trying to remember everybody.
Everybody,
And
man.
so
Everybody.
he made sure, came and took good care of me. But everything was fine. I'm good. I, yeah, went to the hospital, all that stuff. But we just wanted to make sure I was good. And
Right.
I am. And here's the deal. Sometimes, even the smallest movements need a stunt coordinator. And the
Right.
smallest movements, it may seem like, oh, yeah, what's the big deal? You're just going backwards. But if you go backwards and hit something, then that's a whole nother show.
Like you did.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a
like
whole
we
different
did.
thing.
But we finished it out. And I was like, nope, nope, we only got a few more lines left. Let's get this over with. Ted's coming through the door and let's just do it. And so the adrenaline kicked in and the back pain didn't start for another 30 minutes, thank God. So we got through the scene, the scene that
Yeah.
you guys saw. And so I just made the most of it. And yeah, I put my hand on his head. He was cool with it.
Yeah.
His biggest concern was let me make sure that I catch her just in case she doesn't hit this table or
Yeah.
and he was great. It worked out perfectly. So
I find it even more hilarious learning that was the stunt coordinator because there were when it was cutting to the booth and you're seeing them in the booth and the
yeah.
faces that they were making during the confrontation scene, I'm going like, oh, they're
They
into it. Like they were literally going
were
full throttle, going like this, in no uncertain terms, this bitch. So I was like, they were literally going full throttle here, and I was
they
going like,
were.
okay, 100%. And now knowing it was the stunt coordinator, I was like, can we now get him back on with lines?
I know. And he's so sweet too. He's such a nice person. So yeah, you may see him again.
We may
So
see him again.
yeah, stick a pin in that. That's who that is. They have
Listen, I've
intimacy
already tried to
coordinators.
petition to get on the show myself, so I was just like, listen, fam. You know, I was like, I was about to come on there like a long lost son who's now a reporter,
Uh-huh,
and
uh-huh.
so
Yeah.
this was my dream story if I were to be brought on as a guest in, and I was a long lost son of the Duprees,
Why did you?
more so Vernon.
Okay.
More so Vernon's son than Anita. So something happened where
Mhm.
he had an illegitimate kid, came to be a reporter, and there's like this story that breaks out, but you don't see me yet. There's a story that breaks out in Fairmont
Uh-huh.
Crest about the Duprees that's a big scandal and it rocks the family. Leslie is all up in this, going like, I need to figure something out. I need to do some digging. I need to get the dirt on this. And then she winds up contacting me.
Uh,
She contacts me,
oh,
brings me to town, and
oh,
then she doesn't know it yet. She doesn't know it yet, my connection to the Dupree family.
uh-huh.
She's just trying to dig, thinking I'm just a reporter because I reported the story and use obviously an anonymous name. So obviously you don't want the Duprees to know who I am. So
Uh-huh.
she brings me to town.
Yeah.
She's trying to get some dirt and leverage as well against them and using me as that crutch, and we work together, and then something happens to
Mm.
where the ball drops and then it's revealed who I am to that family, which not only shocks them but also shocks you, to where you're like, you did this to go up against your family, and something about that intrigues
Oh,
Les.
of course.
It's
See,
something
she
about that
knows.
intrigues Leslie, and then it just
Hmm.
explodes from there. That's something that I would
Mm.
love to have done, but it's something, Michelle Valjean. I'm just saying, Michelle,
She's awesome.
I'm right
Um,
here.
so check this out. I was like, right, there it is. There's a little tidbit. Now, look, if you see it in 3 months, don't get mad because you put it
And
out
listen,
there.
I just want a side credit if it happens. I'm not gonna get mad. I'm just gonna be like, listen, I don't care.
Like, hey, that was my idea.
I'll be like 100. So
Right. But listen, now, do we really want him to be a bad guy? Because a lot of the guys on the show, Ted's already cheated. Tomas has
that's
got
true
two
too.
sisters. Um, who else? Andre was the town whore for a second there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like
We don't have any
Bill
heroes.
did what he did. Right. So Vernon has got to be at least one of the good guys. Can there just be one good man out there, please?
That's a
You know,
lot of comments about
come
soaps
on.
too. That's such a common statement, and it's so true that a lot of the shows they're literally like, we don't have at least one stable
Just
family.
one.
We don't have one stable character that's at least a
Yes.
hero or a heroine, depending on who it is.
Right.
And that's so true. And
Mhm.
that is a statement. And you're right. That is a thing. So
So check this out. So check this out before you go on the bill. Listen, how about you come on as my brother? And
okay.
we're in cahoots, but maybe the audience doesn't know you're my brother yet. And, we don't even act like we know each other yet. But you're still doing all of this and maybe cozying up to some of the pre-family. And then later down the
Nicole,
road, it
yeah.
comes out that you're my brother, and this is what we had planned from the gate because that's so total Leslie, right? Now, I know it's not as exciting, but we could add some elements to spruce it
You could
up.
add
And
some elements to that, especially that would
make
be
it
a
exciting.
big thing on the Nicole front, especially since Nicole embarrassed her about the house. So
Ooh, thanks for bringing that up. Yeah.
she did, but that ties into the fact with the vulnerability part of it
It
because
does.
you got to see her
Mhm.
be vulnerable with Ted once they had that confrontation
Yeah.
about what had happened where it led to her being fooled about the house. So that was
Yeah.
some of my favorite work from
You like
all four of you, Daphne, Amber, um, you and the actor who plays Ted. It was just absolutely a phenomenal episode. That was one of my favorites, and I had that on repeat because it was so good.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I've done some goods. Give me another one of your faves. What is like one of your top five crazy Leslie moments?
Oh, geez. Uh,
Mhm.
there's been so many.
Oh, thank
I- and especially I love the fact that they did re-air within the last month with with everything coming out at Fairmont Crest with Eva and Leslie just blowing it out of the water
Oh, the
about
anniversary.
her being Ted's daughter. I thought
Yeah.
that was pure soap goodness right there. You couldn't go any wrong
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
To be quite honest, I think that was just perfect, and that it solidified the show as we're in the game, honey.
Mhm.
We're in it, and we're in it to win it. I think that was what solidified the show as it was a game changer. I think it already was a game changer when it started, because as we've said, and when I talked to Sheila as well, we
Mhm.
haven't had a show like this since Generations went off the air in 1991, and that
Yeah.
was only a half an hour. We have a whole hour of this show,
Whole hour. I
and
know.
it's a whole hour, and this is the first
Commercials.
show. Sans commercials, 36 minutes.
Commercials. Right.
But it's also the first hour-long show, and it's a new one that debuted since 1999. So
Mhm.
the fact that we were able to get a new show on CBS from Procter& and Gamble, who's been out of the game since 2010, so
Mhm.
15 years after As the World Turns ended, and getting this, and it gained the momentum that it did.
Mhm.
I think it's incredible, and just a true testament to the network. It's a true testament to the writing. It's a true
Yeah.
testament to the actors. No matter what thing that Leslie has done, even if she came on the scene riding that motorcycle, um, um,
Right.
I also was gonna say the Mary J. Blige wig that she had going on was one of my favorites. So there was also that. But
Wait. Oh, you're talking about when I played Sherry?
yes,
When she was on the roof acting like she was going to, yeah, jump. Hmm.
I
Ah,
always called it the Mary J. Blige wig, and
I
I'm going, no,
love it.
it's a
Okay, I've never thought about that, but yeah, come on.
And
Okay.
but what I was going to finish that statement off was is that you guys really just came in guns blazing and just went,
Yeah,
we're going to make this happen, and if it doesn't survive, it doesn't survive, but if it doesn't, we're going to make sure that it goes out on a high note. And
right.
here we are. We celebrated the fact
Yeah,
that it got picked up,
yeah.
and we get to continue these stories. And what was your reaction once the announcement was made that a season two was coming?
I just knew it in my heart, my spirit, and my soul. I
Did
just knew
you?
it. I
Really?
did. I mean, there's always that little voice of doubt that that tries to come in your mind. And but then I'm like, nah, because I'm like, God did not move me all the way from Los Angeles, California to Atlanta just for me to have one season on the show. I
Yeah.
did not just relocate
Yeah.
and uproot from being there for 27 years. And then on my 28th year of being in this business, have
Congratulations
such a
too. Yeah.
disappointment. Thank you so much. And so I look at things in a different way from just the way we see it with the natural eye. I look at it in a different way. And I felt it. And I knew that it was going to get to another year. And the thing with me is I just take one day at a time. And yes, you want to plan and you want to look ahead toward the future. And there's nothing
Sure.
wrong with that. But after I've looked ahead and I have my goals and desires, then I come back to today and I focus on, okay, taking one day at a time and being prepared should things go in a different direction. I mean, look at us now. This whole country is, well, not the whole country, but I mean, the government is shut down. And we don't know, if that's going to take on another leg or whatever. So we
Right.
have to always be prepared. Like I tell all of my actor friends out there, shout out to all my LA actor friends, I love y'all. Um, Make sure that you put something aside every time you get your check to make sure you save, So am I excited for season two? Absolutely. Do I understand how this business can be after having a strike, after going through COVID in
Oh my God.
2020 and
Yeah.
being down? So many things can happen. I'm not being negative. I'm just being
You
realistic.
just be realistic. That's
So I
right.
look at things from all aspects, and the bottom line is be prepared for whatever may come. Hey, never mind, I'm not even gonna put that out there. Bottom line is be prepared. I was about to say something. I just
That's
wanted
a fair
to
statement. I I appreciate you saying that about the strikes and everything, because I supported the writers and the actors when that happened, and I can't believe that was 2 years ago at this point.
Yeah, yeah,
And now with this whole thing, I hate bringing this up, but it really angered me seeing this whole thing with this AI actress that they were promoting, and you're talking about you never know what's coming down the pike, and I'm
yeah.
just seeing this, and I'm just going, that's scary to me. That's
Very,
scary to me. And
yeah.
it scares me because if this is the norm that we got to look forward to, I
Mhm,
don't like it. In
mhm,
fact, I hate it because it's such that's not the word. It's not embarrassing. It's an insult to these actors and actresses in this business currently, no matter what field that you're in.
that's right.
It's insulting to them. It's insulting to us viewers as an audience.
Mhm,
It's
mhm,
insulting to these writers and these
mhm.
directors and everybody else that's involved in this industry to see that they're promoting this thing. And I love the fact that they're trying to call it an actress, because I'm not calling that an actress. And you notice I called it an it, because it's an it.
It's in
It's not a human. It's not a person. It's a thing. It's a data. It's a thing. And they're
it.
marketing off as this is supposed to be the next Scarlett Johansson. That was the headline. And I was going,
Uh,
that's not how that works. That's
yeah.
also not how that works when you presented it, and this thing said that I may not be human, but I have feelings. That's not how that works either. A thing does not
Mhm,
have feelings.
mhm,
So
mhm. Neville,
I
listen,
really
there's so much
detest
I
what
could.
they're doing with this right now. And
Yeah.
it's really very insulting to all of you. And I appreciate everything that you all do in this medium. So as angry as that made me, and I got on my soapbox, it led me to the
Oh,
comment of, I thank you for continuing to do your 100% of everything that you guys do. And I
and
appreciate everything that you guys do. And that's why we continue to watch, because we love what you
yeah,
do.
absolutely. I appreciate that. And when you have a real person portraying a character, that real person can give you different emotions,
Yeah.
the
You can
colors.
feel for them.
You can feel it. You can feel it through it's like stage. If you go to see a live performance on stage, I can feel the energy of the audience. I can
Yes.
feel when they're with me, and I can feel when I've lost them.
That's
And
100.
if I've lost them, it's because I'm no longer being, I'm acting. And so I tell my students, because I coach on the side,
Okay.
teach actors on the side. But what I say to them is, don't ever get caught acting. Always be. What is this character? Who is this character? Where are they going? Where did they come from? Why are they responding the way they're responding? And then you can emit a very organic feel that other
Yeah.
people watching from even the television can feel. And to me, that means something. So if a, uh, what do you call it, AI, the
Yeah.
generated, I don't know, what is it, the artificial intelligence is trying to
Yes.
mimic that, it can only mimic. It will never be able to give you the depth and the meaning and the substance
That's right.
of what a person is feeling organically. And that to me, I'm in total agreement with you. It's disrespectful to the actors, to the business, even the writers. And I know it's easier for them to use AI sometimes, but you know what? Like I write as well. I have scripts out there, I have a book out there. Bottom line is, if you're not sitting there writing it yourself,
It's not
then
authentic.
it's not, and it's not coming from the heart. It's not authentic. It's not original. You're using something from someone else's idea. And when we're putting our ideas into AI to
Yeah.
get a bigger idea, guess what AI is doing with that? It's taking parts of our idea and giving it
That's
to other
right.
people when they put their
That's
stuff
right.
in. So if you don't want your things stolen or your ideas taken, stop doing that. Just write. Don't be
Just
lazy.
right.
Just write. I get it. It takes up a lot less time. You get things done faster. But there is this amazing feeling when I sit down and I write something. I'm able to escape
Yeah.
into this wonderful world for however long I'm writing until my hand cramps up. Whatever the situation is, or even if I'm typing on the computer. Usually I
Yeah.
have to write it out and have it on paper and then go in and type it because as I'm typing, I'm making changes and things like that. Sometimes I'll do it that way. But I just love that feeling of being able to create as I'm going along. So yeah, I encourage all the writers out there, y'all, just keep writing. That's what
Just
you were
keep
doing from the
writing.
beginning. Keep
100, man. Keep
doing it.
writing. And
Yeah.
I also want to wrap up on this because I want to mention about something about tomorrow. I understand that this is a finalist at the Peachtree Independent Film
Yeah,
Festival.
I know Carol Copeland, the director. She would be so excited that you mentioned this, and I'm so glad you did. And first of all, before I go on, Twyla Johnson, because I know you're going
But
to see this. Thank you for connecting me and Neville.
that's
Thank
right.
you so much. She's
We
an
made it work. I
amazing.
know it took a little bit, but we got there.
Uh,
So I appreciate that,
yeah,
Twyla. Thank you so much.
yeah. She's an awesome manager out there in Los Angeles, California, and I miss her. But yeah, Carol Copeland. She was married to Jabril, and gosh, I feel like I'm saying his name wrong. Forgive me, Carol. But bottom line is, he is the one that wrote something about tomorrow, and unfortunately, he overdosed, and he's no longer
Mm.
with us. But that is the premise of it. And my daughter Dina Yoba, who is in New York doing great things with her dad, and in also getting into this business now, which I've been telling her for years, you're a natural, you need to act. So
Mhm.
now she's the star of this, and she has a drug problem. And because I'm so busy as her mom in the film in my career, and her dad, played by Lamont Rucker, is so busy doing his
He's
thing.
amazing.
I love Lamont. Yeah, he's such a
Yes.
great talent. And so she's frustrated with us, and we don't know until she ODs on this. And Carol's, you know, husband, before he passed, he's the one that wrote this, and they produced together. And now she's taken her directing debut on it, and I'm so proud of her. Also, Lon Ray is in this as well, and he does a fantastic job as my love interest to be. And we're going to actually do a full feature version of this film, so you guys keep looking for it because it was in the Cannes Festival. Is it
Okay.
Cannes? Cannes Festival. It was my first time knowing about it this year, and so many other festivals are still picking it up, and
Oh,
we're
that's
just
great.
moving forward. No, it's wonderful. And before we go, I am doing a contest for all of you wonderful people who are Team Leslie, especially, and even if you're not Team Leslie, get in on this.
Okay.
And three winners. The the third winner is going to get $100 for putting together a 1 to 5 minute reel of Leslie Shenanigans. And you guys can
Ooh.
entitle this Leslie Shenanigans and even the softer side of Leslie, whatever. We want to see different stuff. We want to see her sexy, we want to see her crazy, we want to see her cool, we
I want to
want
see
to
it
see
all.
her vulnerable, we want to see it all. And so for the second winner, they're going to get 150.
Okay.
And the third winner is going to get 250. Everybody will get a signed book, one of my books, Amazing Testimonies. And also there will have their videos shown on my Instagram page. And for everyone else that sends in videos, I'll make sure I post all of them on the stories, on my story page.
Yeah.
But I will post each video that gets selected. And so this contest starts today
This starts
on the
today.
1st of September, I'm sorry, October, and I'm giving everybody up until October the 15th. Just
Okay.
1 to 5 minute reel of Leslie Shenanigans, some great scenes. We just want a compilation, and that's what I'm looking for, different videos, okay? And send it to my DM, Trisha Mann-Grant 621 on Instagram. That's the only place I want to accept it.
Oh, all right. Fair
This
enough.
time, I
Fair
may
enough.
put up a video and add, an email, but right now I just wanted to go to my DMs and let me know. Even if you have to come on my post and let me know, hey, check the DM,
There you go.
and I will make sure I give love to every person that does do a video. So 2 weeks to come up with some compilations of Leslie
Let's
Shenanigans.
get the ball rolling, guys. Leslie Shenanigans.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to promote this to everybody. And this was so much fun. I really would love to have you back on anytime. This was absolutely incredible. And hopefully I get to see you if you do go to the Daytime Emmys next month, I will.
Oh, they've already shot it, I believe. Haven't they shot that already?
Did I
No?
say next month? It's this month. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
yeah,
It's the
yeah, it's
17th of this
coming
month.
up. Right.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I don't know. Is it live? I don't know. Forgive me. All I
It
know
is
is I
live.
pray to
It will
be
be
there.
live.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking, what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about the one I saw, which was not, that was prime time. That was the
Uh,
prime one.
that
Right, right.
was that was fun to report from my home.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
did
did
enjoy
you?
it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Did you agree with the winning
I was very
situation?
surprised at some of them
Mm-hmm.
in a good
Really?
way because there were plenty that I expected to win. I was very happy with the Pit winning. I was very
Uh-huh.
thrilled with that show winning best drama and taking home some of if not most of the acting
Yeah.
awards, and
Yeah.
I got to and talked with Catherine Lanassa who stars in the Pit, and that was a thrill
Yeah.
for me because I listen, I respect healthcare workers as well, especially since that's where I work. And
Mm-hmm.
so getting to talk to someone in that field was a thrill for me to
Yeah.
get to gauge her and how this role opened their eyes to healthcare workers. So that
Mm-hmm.
was that was something for me. So it's always sometimes I try to find something where it's like meaningful to where I can ask them a question when it comes to shows like that. And
Yeah.
that was heartwarming for me to hear her response to that question. So
Beautiful. Awesome. Yeah, I thought it was good. I saw a lot of it, but there's some chunks of it that I missed. And the show that you speak of, I have yet to watch it, so I can't speak intelligently on it yet until I see it. So, look, I
soon.
can barely watch Beyond the Gates, okay? Because we work so hard during the day, and then you come home and it's like I have to study, and so
Listen,
I got
if you miss it during the afternoon when it's on at 2 p.m. on CBS, you can always catch it
to.
on Paramount Plus. Please
Yeah.
do so. It's a phenomenal show. I am so happy that it's still airing and it's going to continue to air, and we get to enjoy Leslie Shenanigans some more.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, we really do.
yes,
Yeah. So, and 1 p.m. On the West Coast,
1 p.m.
right?
on the West Coast. Okay.
Mhm. 2
That's
p.m.
always the
on the
part
East
that
Coast.
confuses me the most. I never know,
No,
you know what I
I
mean?
know it's
I
late.
never know.
2
So,
p.m.
but
1 p.m.
at least now we know. So 1 p.m. on the West Coast, but 2 p.m. Eastern. Trisha Mann-Grant, everybody, thank you so much. This was an absolute pleasure. Much
Oh,
love to you.
pleasure was mine. Be blessed.
I'm so excited to share with you all that we have been named a finalist in the 4th annual Signal Awards for Best Video Podcast Guest Individual Episode, which now in turn auto enrolled us into a Listener's Choice Award. So you guys, you fans, are able to cast your vote for my podcast in the Listener's Choice Award. You can hit up vote.signalaward.com. You can vote once per category, and you have all the way up until October 9th. This means so much to me, being named the finalist in the Signal Awards after all this time for almost 20 years. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of you supporting me after all of this time. And now you guys get to show the love. So please visit vote.signalaward.com. Cast your vote for the Buzz at Buzzworthy Radio all the way up until October 9th. That's our show. I'm Novell J. Lee, and if you want to keep up to date on all things Buzz, log on to our website at buzzworthyradiocast.com. See you guys next time.
Stay in the know. Catch up on all the Buzz podcasts and videos at buzzworthyradiocast.com. Keep getting the latest Buzz with Buzzworthy Radio, now on Amazon Music.